Hey everybody, how you doing? Uh, I want you to really think about what I'm about to say to you, okay? Because it's crucial that you pay attention. This has nothing to do, this whole recall and how we got here has nothing to do with anything external to what Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao has done. It is about one simple fact. The mayor doesn't realize that being the mayor of Oakland has nothing to do with her and everything to do with providing plan and direction for the city. She never speaks to the idea of serving Oakland residents. It's always about what she and her administration and Oakland workers are doing, but she never couches it in terms of here's the goals we have established and here are the here are the objectives we have established and here are the goals to meet those objectives. And here's how, more importantly, those objectives meet your needs as per our conversations and listening to you. That's service. Sheng doesn't think that way. Sheng instead thinks in terms of what we've done and how she perceives her critics have treated her. On top of all that, she's imperial. It's, hey, look, I don't want to talk with you. You're my enemy. And I don't want to try to welcome you. This behavior has been presented since it first reared its ugly head, and that was late fall of 2021 when Sheng first decided that she was going to run for mayor of Oakland. And then she used that way, a way that she developed as she was council member in District 4, to punish staff members. LeAna Powell, who is fighting cancer right now, who wouldn't just lay down and work for her to get reelected because, first of all, the law says that they don't have to, if they're working for a council member, work on their campaign. That's by law. You can't force someone to do that. But don't tell that to Sheng. It's all about what Sheng wants and her ambitions. And if you don't help her in any kind of way, you become her enemy. Look at how she's treated LeAna. Look at how she treated people like her once campaign consultant and friend of mine, Jenn Tran. That interview that I did with Jenn has been seen many, many times, thousands of times in Oakland. It tells you more about what you need to know about Mayor Thao. And if that's not enough, look at this recent entry on Twitter that comes really from KTVU, even though it's posted by something called Asian Crime Report. That's not the point here. All right. Look at this. Watch this. Listen to that. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Look. Oh, you can schedule appointments. I can give you an interview. If I didn't know better, she reminds me in her this persona of that principal on Abbott Elementary. Comes off just like her. Okay? It's all about her. It's all about Sheng. It's all about Sheng being the queen, Sheng being the mayor, Sheng being the person who wants you to serve her. Or as this observer writes, she's certainly not a servant leader, has no idea of the concept. And that's the problem. This is the first time in Oakland's history we've ever had a mayor, ever, that acted as if they were king or queen, that the city was there to serve their ambitions. Her State of the City address says that. Her State of the City address is all about, okay, her and how what she's done. Have you heard the words from it? Okay. Have you heard them? It's awful that she would seek to present herself in the way that she has. And she doesn't see that this is the wrong way. All right. It doesn't occur to her that, hey, this is not the way to be. Here's a part of it. Just this was posted by KTVU. Here's just a part of her State of the City address. And I cringe, really, I cringe over this. Watch this, okay? Listen. It's not really just about her, but folks, it really is just about her. And listen to this. This is supposed to be the state of the city, not the state of Sheng Thao. She doesn't get it. There's no statistic about businesses that have come in, no rosy picture, no plan for the future. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay? Nothing at all. All right? At all. And on my day says that she's or he has lived here since for 63, and I'm exactly correct. We've never had an emperor for mayor. No, we haven't. I've lived in Oakland since April 8th of 1974. It doesn't matter whether it's John Redding or Lionel Wilson, who was really not like that at all. And L.U. Harris was way not like that. Or even Jerry Brown wasn't like that. And Jerry Brown was coming from governor and everything else. Jerry came close at times. He came close at times. But no, Shang's behavior makes Jerry's behavior, in terms of comparison, look like a kitchen match for Jerry and an H bomb for Shang. It's that different. It really is. It really is that different. It's all about Shang. It's about her, again, violating the rights of people like LeAna Powell. It's about her plotting against Lamont Armstrong so that he gets booted out by coming up with a fake reason that others say was, oh, it's really the real reason. No, it's a fake reason. It was a hit job, folks. No one has ever done that in Oakland's history because ostensibly she wanted an Asian chief of police, but then didn't want it to look like she was pushing out a popular black police chief. So she had to make up something that he did that was wrong. In other words, he didn't do anything wrong. She had to make it up. And she had help. All right? Warshaw, she had help. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? Okay? You hear what I'm saying? She had help. Complete help. 100% help. All right? So, point that I'm making is simple fact of the matter, all right, is this, that Shang is this person. And I think some of you are saying that the sound isn't coming through the clips. Sorry about that, because when I play it, it comes through, and I'll investigate later what's going on with that. But look, if you want to know what she was saying here, in this instance, what she was talking about here, in this clip, where she says, well, it's not just about me. And then she talked about her staff, which really it was about her. Okay? It really was about her. It's all about Shang. It's all about Shang. All right? Thanks, Edward. On my dad says, don't forget missing out on a $50 million grant and blaming everyone for losing out on that. And that gets to another problem. The collective inability of the administration, from the top down to read complex documents, process what they mean, and immediately translate the words from those documents into action. That's why they miss grants. That's why they misunderstand a paragraph regarding the AASCG program that says, hey, look, you can either pay us, in these different dates, but you don't have to. You can wait until January 15th. And a number of people think it says both things. Either you pay us September 1st or that. It should say one thing. If you want your money in September, say so. Otherwise, rewrite it. They didn't. There was a crisis of competence in the city that Sheng has furthered along because we have an environment where people are concerned about how long they're going to be able to stay in and their next job, which takes them away from the desire to do the job they have well. They're always looking over their shoulder. They're trying to say the right thing. I see them on social media wanting to be congratulated and pumped up for what they're doing all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that in a normal environment. But in a normal environment, the residents do that for you. Okay? It shouldn't be left for you as the employee to get on LinkedIn and have to pump yourself up all the time. And if you are pumping yourself up, do it in the context of a project that is an economic development project that's bringing something into the city. All right? Like, for example, the way Hayward does it, and their great economic development director. It's always an opening of a business. Have you ever noticed that? Hey, you want to be at that restaurant? It's always a restaurant. When was the last time you saw Oakland Economic Development having any kind of event to open anything? Goose egg. None. That alone should tell you what the problem is. If it doesn't, sorry, you don't understand how cities work. You won't get it. You got to get it. Okay? You got to get it. Okay? Thank you very much. Love you too. All right? We need a fix. And the fix is recall. But beyond that, we need to change the structure of the city so that the mayor does not have full power over the chief administrative officer. It should take 4 votes to fire the CAO, so the CAO is not living in fear of his or her job all the time. And so their staff isn't living in fear of their jobs. And so it makes it easier to do long-range planning and implementation. So you have more time to respond to documents, to read documents before you respond to them, to create plans. That simple change will go a long way toward getting our city right back to where it was. It's not a person. We've degenerated into this gossip mill because we're so over politicized. What's a child of politicization? Gossip. Because it's always about somebody. Oh, I heard this, or I heard that, or I heard this. No, it's seldom about policy anymore. It used to be all about policy. Not anymore. We have to turn it around, folks, in order to get our focus back to where it should be, running the city of Oakland and not feeding the ego of the Oakland mayor. That's the difference. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark OaklandNewsOnline.com and ZennyReport.com and Zenny62blog.com. Oh, by the way, let me get this comment. It says, the secret backdoor and glad handing on the AASCG and the promise, including the training they highlighted the press conference has been postponed. Bait and switch, here we go again. That, I don't know what you're getting at, but I'll say this. I will defend the AASCG project. That was Coliseum City. Oh, my days, I'll tell you something. Coliseum City has been an apple in the eye of a number of people, including myself, going all the way back to 2009. What is it? It really is building sports and residential and office, really a city within a city. That's the idea. And it's an idea that's not only an apple by people in Oakland, but there are similar examples all around the world. Sports is tourism now. Sports is economic development. Sports, as you know, is big business. Don't want to get into a long story as to why. All I'm saying is that Sheng took AESCG, saw the land sales an opportunity to bring money into the budget. Should she have done it that way? No, but she did. Okay? And they're on track to get money. No public safety was cut in the contingency budget, by the way. And the problem is that Sheng has not explained what the plans are for AESCG and how those plans will move the city forward well into its history. She missed a golden opportunity to do that because she doesn't know how, and there's nobody else around that will do it for her. Normally, an economic development organization within the city does that, the department. But the current economic development director apparently doesn't have that bent, which means we don't have an economic development department. We have a study writing office. Horrible stuff. Okay. Edward says Sheng lacks life experience, tone deaf, thus shows political immaturity. It's not so much the life experience. She has been a domestic violence survivor. You got to understand that and embrace that. Okay. But she's got to understand what it means to listen to people, to love people, and to include them. That's not something that Sheng understands. And you don't have to go through what she's gone through to come out that way. That is for some other reason. I believe it's defensive in part of how she looks at and how she thinks people think about her, which is 100% wrong. She got elected. She's mayor. By a little bit, yes. But the bottom line is she didn't follow her promise, which was that she was going to unite the city. Instead, she did everything she could to divide it. The Donald Trump divide and conquer idea. Coliseum City was Gene Kwan. It's like, no, Coliseum City was not Gene Kwan's idea, Kevin F. No. Okay, that is completely wrong. All right, you need to get that out of your head and get rid of it. It wasn't Gene Kwan's idea. Coliseum City can be seen in its origins, okay? Can be seen in this video at Zinni62 right here. And I will show you what it looks like you can find it right here. All right. There. All right. That picture at the top that I'm circling, that man is the late, great Bob Lesty. Bob Lesty, Steve Lowe, and the late Frank Dobson came up with the idea for Coliseum City in 2004. They brought it to Ron Dellums, and that led to its introduction in this video, which is from the Sports Entertainment Task Force that I served on for Mayor Dellums. Okay, so I don't know where you got Gene Kwan. It wasn't. Gene was a proponent of it. Yes. But even then, she didn't handle it the right way because she was under the idea that, hey, as a billionaire, you have to pay for all this stuff and I get the Prince of Dubai, rather than understanding financial mechanisms and how revenues and expenses and bond issues work, or having staff that can explain it and letting the staff talk about it rather than the mayor. I've always said mayors should never be at the front talking about this because it sends a political message that shouldn't be out there. But hey, they don't listen to me. But no, it wasn't Gene Kwan. All right. Oh, my dad says the restructuring of the loan, the extended grace period payments in the documents has put job training on hold. Well, you're taking the cart before the horse as far as AESCG. How can you do job training and all this when you haven't built anything? All right. This is about building Coliseum City. It's a long-term project. All right. You have to get funded first. Job training comes as a mechanism that you do when you need people to accomplish a goal or objective as an employee or consultant. All right. So you're taking the cart before the horse. If you don't like the idea, fine, but know the idea before you decide whether you like it or not. I love it. We need Coliseum City, period. All right. We need it. That's billions of dollars of investment. We're threatening to leave off the table for reasons that are essentially myopic. And at the same time, we're accusing the mayor of being myopic. Does that make any sense? No. So let's be long-term and move forward on that. All right. Okay, I'll be back, folks, later. But again, subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark ZennyReport.com, OaklandNewsOnline.com, and Zenny62blog.com. And hey, how about NFL News by Zenny62.com, CES Las Vegas News by Zenny62.com, and San Diego Comic-Con News by Zenny62. San Diego Comic-Con News.com. Getting a little carried away there with the buys. But at any point, okay? All right. San Diego Comic-Con News.com. And let's not forget OscarsMovieNews.com. Yes. Be back later. That ends the string. See ya.